Hey folks, AJ the CEO here, and in this video we're going to be checking out the Behringer POWERPLAY P2 as a cheaper alternative for in-ear monitoring for your musicians. So let's go. Hey folks, AJ the CEO here, just first time stopping by the channel. Thanks for stopping by, and on this channel we focus on tips, training, strategies, reviews, and builds to help modernize your media ministry. So if you're new here, consider subscribing, and if you like what we're doing here, consider becoming a patron or a YouTube member by clicking one of the links down below. So this is a mixer that I actually saw, and somebody told me, not a mixer, an in-ear monitor that I saw when I was picking up the P16s that I've been installing at a couple of other ministries, and especially for Spotlight Deliverance Temple that we're going to be installing pretty soon. They want two P16s for their piano player and the drummer, but the bass doesn't need the control. They just need to be able to hear. So that is where this comes in. This is passive, is battery operated, has one XLR cable. It is completely wired, and all you do is hook this up to your hip and get your headphones, and that's pretty much it. Now this, even though I'm going to be hooking this up to an X32 right now, this does not care what type of mixer you connect it to, as long as you have some form of control to connect the output to XLR. I mean, I guess you could convert from a 1/4 inch to XLR, and this, just consider this like it's a personal speaker that you will hook this up to, and it's just going to one person instead of an actual speaker that's going to be for a group of people. So let's go cut over to the overhead and let's check and see what's inside. Alrighty, I'm expecting this to be really simple in what's inside of it. This is the POWERPLAY P2. Now I got this from Amazon for about $35 on sale. Normally these are going for around like $50, $55, still significantly cheaper than the $275 for the P16, as well as the POWERPLAY and all the hookups and everything that you need for that. So let's see, little quick start guide. Really nothing to it. The device, and that's it. Nothing else. Alrighty, that's the whole device. So hopefully it's in focus for y'all. Let's get it in focus if you can't see. And let's take a tour. All right, we have our headphone jack, a 3.5 connection there. A 3.5 connection there. There is a click there just to turn it on and then give it some volume. You got a clip that you can put it on your belt or your shirt or on a music stand and just have it clip on there and hold it. And then we have a 1/4 inch or an XLR connection. And that's mainly it. Now I might have to stand corrected, but it does say battery. Now push and slide open. Duh. Push and slide to open. It didn't say which direction. Oh, it's the whole thing. Okay. And 2 AA's? Or those AA's? I think they're AA's. Let me get some of those. I think I said AA's, but I'm gonna just see. All right, so we got a knob here for stereo or mono. And well, that's it. I wish this didn't need to be powered, but hey. Make sure you slide that up here. Get it right back in place. And we're hung up here. There we go. All right, and that's it. There we go. Now the button's there. Really straightforward. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and connect this to my X32. Now, again, like I said, this could work with anything. All I have is a regular XLR cable that I am connecting with the male end, female. Boom. There we go. Nothing to it. Turn it on. As you can see, we got some power. Now, what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and cut over to the computer, and we're going to go check out our X32 app, and we're going to walk through the configuration, because this is similar to the live stream, because just like when we did the live streaming mix, which I would tag that video up here, all we're going to do is route our audio to something else, an output, and that's all this is. So let's go ahead and open the X32 app, and let's go through the routing for this. Alrighty, so I am here in the system, and the first thing we're going to do, it's a couple of ways you could do this. If you want to do this cheap and easy way, we're just going to go here to routing. We're going to go to our output. I am connected to out number 6 on the back of the board. So that is 6 right here, and we're just going to pick whatever. Now, because I don't have 2 XLRs and convert, I want to actually send, in other words, I'm saying that for like main left and right, I can only send left or right unless I made a mix. So if you just wanted to send the left channel, boom, you can just do that. If you wanted to do a direct line and that's all they want to hear, I mean, you can pick one of the 16 channels or 32 channels or whatever, and that's exactly what's going to go to that output. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is actually go to and I don't have my USB out, so we're going to have to make a mix anyway. So let's just go back and do that. We're going to come over here to our buses, and I'm going to pick number 4 because it's just brand new. And I'm just going to say this is the P2. All right. So now that I have this P2, I'm only going to send, now that I've selected them, I'm going to go to the aux, and I'm only going to send the USB audio, because that is what I have connected right now that actually has some no copyright, music that I have a license to. So what I'm going to do is, for the output of this, I'm going to connect this to my line in on one of the mics, so you can actually hear what's being sent to that. All right, so I have that turned on. It's on mute right now. I'm gonna put my headphones on so I can actually hear what's going on. So we have music played, and I need to pick a song that will actually play. All right, so as you can see, this is being played right now. If I go to my regular mains and left, if I had them up, you would be able to hear them, but it's only going to that mix right now. All right, so I have the P2 connected to the 3.5 millimeter input on my Rodecaster. Right now, the only thing that's playing right now is the music on the USB stick that's connected to the X32. This could be anything, a mic, a piano, whatever that you want. And let's go ahead and unmute that audio on my mixer, and then we're going to crank up the audio so y'all can hear what's going on. All right, I got it at half. Oh, I made a mistake. I never routed it. So let's mute this so we don't blow our eardrums out. Let's go over here. Now that we made our mix, we got to point it back to here. So our output number 6 is going to go to the P2. That's what we just made. Now, let's increase our volume. And that is coming from the P2. So right now, if I was to come in here and turn off that input, even though I can turn this up all day long, this channel is not being sent to the in-ears. So it's just like the live stream. So really cool. So if you want to have your bass player or something go to them directly, because that's what this is going to be. Well, not this exactly one, but this is how it's going to be configured for a Spotlight Deliverance. That is going to be for them, and we can route whatever. Now, compared to the P16s, this cannot be adjusted except for just volume. You can't change certain channels and levels. That's going to be left over to the board. If you need someone to have control like that, that is what you're going to do for a P16. If you just need somebody to have in-ears, like for me, if I wanted to not have an amp that I have to battle with the sound inside of a sanctuary, I can have something like this for $35 go directly to them, bypass the amp, as long as your subs in the house are loud enough. But this will be a direct line through the system back to them. That's a situation that I would use this for. I wouldn't use this for a choir unless they're just going to be standing still and they're not going to be moving around. I mean, that will come off a lot cheaper, and you just come off and split a couple of these if you wanted to do something like that. But again, I think this is really cool. And from a simplicity standpoint, 2 AAA batteries and on and off knob. That's it. And then they can pick whatever type of 3.5 millimeter headphones that you want. And boom, let me actually stop the music so it's not playing through here. But again, really straightforward, simple to set up. I just picked the right number output on my X32, but the same concept is for any other mixer. Whether you have a 1/4 inch output or XLR output, you connect it to that and you send whatever audio that you want. You want to have a copy of the house, you can do that. You want to have a direct route of that given instrument, you can do that as well too. So a link is going to be down below if you're interested in getting one of these, and I will take you along when we install this exact same device in Spotlight Deliverance. This was mine so that I can play around with, so I knew what I was in for before I actually go up there at the first weekend of June to install this and set this up for their musicians and everything. So if you like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, hit that bell, that way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ. We will catch you on the next video. Later.